The other day, actually, I was at the convenience store and I realised as I was paying with my co-worker, as I was handing over my card, the guy was like looking at me weird and I was like, what? I realised I hadn't had my mask on and I'd gone through my entire work building and my co-worker, and I looked at her, I was like, I don't have my mask. And she was like, oh my God, because everyone here wears them. As soon as you leave your house, you have to put on a mask.
The amount of times that I just felt hungover and I hadn't even left my house.
And I break the Hoover. 50 quid down the drain.
Bought myself a housewarming present for a house that we didn't end up getting.
It was December and I went to the little Tesco and I just was talking shortly with a woman about the tiers, and we just said, what does tier 3 mean? 12 hours later they announced we were in tier 4. So I went back the next day and saw her again, and we just gave each other a look like we're not gonna tempt fate no more. My friends decided that for my birthday they would buy me no less than 20 cans of baked beans. So I literally just had to carry around when I saw them this giant bag full of beans.
We got these 2 reindeer just before Christmas, which we had as decorations. Myself and my mum were moving them around the house, trying to scare each other with them. So the other day when I went out to go use the bathroom in the middle of the night, I opened the door to only see in the pitch black corridor these 2 silhouettes of these 2 reindeer.
I shaved my head again.
Everyone's like shaving their head now or trying out new hairstyles, which is really fun. I have never seen my dad bald before, but he shaved off all his hair and now he's going through life like an almost bald person.
I was literally so bored that I was sat there plucking my eyebrows, not using a mirror. I was just like on my phone doing that, and I ended up plucking myself an entire slit on my eyebrow. So don't know what look I was trying to go for there, but that was that.
I went to a coffee shop and there was this guy working in the coffee shop and I thought he was flirting with me, and he was mentioning this church that he goes to and I was like, oh yeah, you should come to church, you know, it'll be great. Anyway, so on Sunday I went to this church and obviously he was very friendly. He sat down next to me. And then at the end of it, he gave me his number. And now I'm starting to think he's probably just trying to convert me.
So if anyone's wondered, yeah, I'm missing a tooth, it's right there. So what happened was I had a denture there, a fixed denture, it's not supposed to come out. At the time I was standing over the kitchen sink and with my mouth open, or some might call it catching flies, and suddenly it dropped out when it wasn't supposed to. It dropped out my mouth. Came loose, dropped out my mouth and all the way down the sink hole and all the way down the sink and down the drain.
I'd say that the lockdown has been a dream come true for introverts, basically. Wish it could be like this for longer. Though I don't mean any disrespect.
I feel like a lot of the funny lockdown experiences that I've had is from being on the app Clubhouse. If you don't know about it, I recommend it. It is just so funny. Literally people just talking in the clubs for like hours, and it's given me so much joy during this time because it just feels like you're in your room with a bunch of people talking, and you can just say whatever you want, and because it's not on video as well, you don't feel pressure, you just can say whatever you really want to and just have a lot of banter with people. So that's something that's given me a lot of joy during this time.
Me and my partner, we were trying to meet somewhere halfway because at the moment we live in different countries. We were trying to arrange our trip to Croatia, and then a few days before that it's been announced that it's going on a ban list, so we couldn't travel. So it was like, okay, never mind, we have Crete. So then we booked everything in Crete, we booked accommodation, everything, and then 2 days before the trip it was announced that people coming from Crete to the UK have to self-isolate, that I couldn't afford to have time off. So in the end, didn't go anywhere.
If you live in Milton Keynes, it's kind of like these Starship boats, which that's pretty fun. That's so fun. Like, we get little robots delivering our food.